Hey, it's A Humble Collector here, and today's video we're going to take a look at a relatively recent addition of my collection, which is this Romanian Crusade Against Communism Medal. So this might be one that you're not super familiar with. Admittedly, there's not a ton of rock-solid information in English about this award. There's a lot of back and forth on the collector forums I've seen about certain details. So if you are a Romanian scholar, or maybe somebody who understands Romanian and has access to some archives, this might be a pretty interesting area of research for you. So the Crusade Against Communism Medal was instituted in April of 1942, and it was available to any Axis personnel for distinguished service on the Eastern Front. So not only were Romanians eligible for this award, the Germans were as well. Any of the other minor Axis nations, anybody serving alongside the Romanians on the Eastern Front could get this award. And that is not just strictly relegated to military as well. If there's civilians that are working alongside Axis forces on the Eastern Front, they're also eligible for this. And because of that, a large number of these are believed to have been awarded. There doesn't seem to be any solid numbers, but I'm seeing online for a couple of the forums that over 1 million are estimated to have been made over the course of the war. Many of these were produced by Romanian firms. However, Junkers in Berlin also apparently made them. Now, as far as the medal itself goes, we have this really neat red ribbon here. The three colors here, the red, yellow, and blue, are the national colors of Romania. And on the front here, we have this face, as well as the text, Grateful Romania. And we actually see the designer there, P. Grant. I believe he's the one who did the design for this medal. And then on the back here, we have a sword in an upraised hand with 1941. And the text here says the Crusade Against Communism. So yeah, pretty neat medal. I also, one of the things you'll notice sometimes if you're looking around online is sometimes this will actually be the design on the front of the medal. I think the reason is because the way this Romanian medal is set up, you could like unclasp it. I'm wondering if this would fall off at different points if people weren't sure how to put it on correctly. But in addition to the medal itself, there's actually 15 clasps for this. So basically, if you were involved in certain operations, you would be eligible for a clasp. Now, the rarest of these clasps is believed to be the Stalingrad clasp, because understandably, not a lot of guys survived the Battle of Stalingrad. You know, in the encirclement there, a lot of them ended up POWs or, you know, dying later on. So that seems to be the rarest. Now, these come in two different versions. There's brass bars and there's silver bars, okay? So the difference, why they are the way they are, nobody seems to know. I saw a theory that you would get the brass bar if you were only involved in like one battle in a campaign, and you get the silver if you were involved in multiple. I've seen other ones saying that brass was supposed to be for the first campaign you were awarded a bar for, and silver was for all the subsequent awards of bars. And the other thing is, apparently some people were saying you're only supposed to wear one bar on this medal, but you see a lot of them on the collector's market that have multiple. There's photos of multiple being worn, apparently, though I couldn't find any in my research. So there seems to be a lot of debate over how they were actually supposed to be worn on the award, what they really represented. So like I said, if you're a Romanian military collector, this might be an area to do more research in. One of the reasons I picked this one up, though, besides the fact I really like the story behind this medal, is this one actually came with this really nice German ribbon bar here. And this one contains not only the Crusade Against Communism medal, but the Ostfront medal, which is for the winter of 1941 and 1942, and the War Merit Cross with swords. So this is a nice example of this award that's been awarded to a German soldier. And they're fairly common. You'll actually see a lot of German ribbon bars that will have the Crusade Against Communism medal on it. Yeah, these aren't particularly expensive awards. You can find them online without any of the clasps or without a ribbon bar for under $100 in some cases. You know, results are going to vary depending on what auction you're looking at. The bars themselves are very expensive. There's some available on eBay right now that are the individual bars that are like $800+. That seems extreme. Looking online, I've seen medals with bars sell for in like the $300+ range, and the dollars could go crazy depending on what kind of class are on there. But if you just want an example of the medal itself, it's fairly affordable, all things considered. But yeah, overall, just a really neat little award that I wanted to share with you guys. I was actually introduced to this award during research on a death card, and so since then I've kind of been keeping an eye out for one, and this one came up at a fair price, and with the ribbon bar, I just couldn't pass it up. But yeah, hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment down below. Love hearing from you. Thank you all for watching. Happy collecting, and I'll see you all again very soon.